Hello friends, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365, and today I'm going to review John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum. If you're new to the channel, please hit the like button, subscribe, hit that bell notification. I put out videos daily. You can also find me over Twitter and Instagram at Movie Guy 365. Okay, John Wick Chapter 3, Parabellum is here. I'm a huge fan of the John Wick franchise. I was very excited when I knew they were making a third one. I couldn't wait. Chad Stahelski returns to direct, so I was very happy to hear about that. And just super excited. This is in my top 5 of most anticipated of 2019. So, how does it look? How is John Wick Chapter 3 Parabellum? I will say for the most part, as a movie, it works. It is a very good actioneer. In fact, it kind of, like, I've been saying this whenever something comes up as John Wick related on this channel. I always felt that Batman Returned, The Dark Knight, the way it ended was very similar to how John Wick 2 ended. And I always felt that, hopefully John Wick Part 3 will kind of be like what Batman, The Dark Knight Rises should have been. And I think for the most part, I got that wish in John Wick, Chapter 3. It is a fantastic movie. It's got a great cast of characters. Many of them return from the second installment rather. And it's wall-to-wall action. It starts out very, very strong, has a little bit of a lull toward the quarter mark of the movie. Picks up again, small lull, and then it's just all-out action for the rest of the film. I don't feel at any time those quieter moments were wasted. I didn't feel that there was something that was slow. It moved at a very, very good pace. I will, however, say that there are a couple issues I have with the movie. I'm really not going to spoil anything, so don't be worrying about that. So I'll try to be very delicate and dance around that as best I can. So my problem with the movie is I feel it needs a little bit of a trim, lengthwise. I would say about 10 minutes or so. Clock this movie in at a solid 2 hours. I think it would have been great. Where I feel I don't know, I wouldn't call it a slowdown, but it stretches the climax of the film a little too long. So, as anybody who's seen these movies, or movies like this in general, you have your main character mow through a bunch of guys, like cannon fodder, expendable, bad guys. And then you get to a point where there's like a main bad guy to fight. That in itself is not the problem. The problem is there's kind of two of those situations, and they're very lengthy. I think you could have done without the mini boss fight a little bit. I don't think the film would have suffered if that just went completely away. I think it would have been probably helped it a little bit. But it seemed to go on forever, is what I'm saying. I think the climax was the weakest part of the movie. I did enjoy the very end. I enjoyed everything leading up to it. But that double boss fight, I think, could have gone, just cut that in half. I think it would have saved 10 minutes of time. And honestly, it was just very long. It involved characters that, up until that point, weren't really focused on very much. So it just seemed like it was just there, just to like pack the movie in with the extra runtime. But that being said, I did enjoy the movie a lot. We have a lot of returning characters, as I've mentioned. Lawrence Fishburne's awesome. Ian McShane continues to be like the greatest Ian McShane ever. And of course, Keanu Reeves, John Wick himself, just look like he's having a great time. He really puts forth the effort in these movies. Also, you have Halle Berry, who has a brief role in the film, but I feel that, the film, when her and Keanu are together, the film, the director seemed to really focus on her and what was going on, while she was on screen. John Wick almost became a secondary character during those scenes. She's only in the film for a short amount of time, but it just seemed more like, kind of like they were maybe doing a tryout with her character. Like, oh, if you really like her, she can get a spin-off. That's kind of how it felt to me. It felt like a tryout for a potential spin-off. But, as I said, I enjoyed her sequence. I think the movie overall was very good. A couple issues, as I just mentioned, but overall, absolutely worth seeing. If you're a fan of the first two films, I give this one an 8.5. It's really, really good. Me, personally, I think John Wick 2 just worked a little bit better. it kind of kept things a little more contained, I feel. But this one just blows up the whole thing as far as, you know, the hotel goes, you know, the high table, all that gets blown up wide open. And I'm not sure it completely works, but it's fine. It's a good movie. As I said, 8.5 is the score I'm giving it. So let me know in the comments below if you're planning to see John Wick Chapter 3. Let me know, and in the meantime, please like, subscribe, hit that bell notification. Put out videos every single day. So until next time, this is Adam with Movie Guy 365. I will see you at the movies.